Okay. I don't know what to say, but here we are.
Hi, everybody.
Okay, we're gonna do a video review of High on Fire Burning Down. So what were you gonna say, Dan? About
I was
the
going to say I watched the video. It's really graphic, but it definitely has the premise of like the gluttony of the uh overwhelming hierarchy of the situation of today. But
yeah.
it's mashed into a conglomerate of old-timey stuff,
Yeah.
old-timey horrors, like plague horrors.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The
And if
people
you
are
well, if I watch,
people the people are
yeah,
getting the plague from the
yeah,
fucking higher ups and
there's tossing his food out the window, and then the masses are eating it, and then the masses get sick from it, and then the people that were hierarchying the food go off to their temple to pray, and then by the looks of the video, they receive some sort of demonic elevation to reward their disgusting behavior, and then it's there and then once again spread out through the
yeah.
nation.
Yeah, something like that. There's a lot more going on, and I want to
Oh,
focus on.
there is, because there's numbers and there's symbolisms, and there's if you watch the in between graphics of the
Yeah,
flowing of the change, you can see the faces and different things. It's a great video to watch. Now,
yeah,
for those of you who don't like thrash metal, which I'm not a big fan of it either, but it's not overly like that. And you can actually
yeah,
hear the lyrics if you try to put your ear forward.
yeah. That's great, man. I love the song. I love the whole thing.
A great
Beautiful.
song. I've never heard of the band before myself, I gotta say, and it is fantastic.
Yeah, the music
Like
is
it,
great, and the video is a fucking masterpiece.
you know
Okay.
what it put me in mind of watching Ozzy Osbourne's last video, Is God Dead? Now,
Uh,
if we
yeah,
want to discuss a video and having it pertain directly to the times, like I couldn't believe whoever was in Ozzy's head making this video. It's really, really good. And the music is so creepy that it puts you how you would actually feel if you were in that situation and having to think about it every day. Same as that music that you I played in that video. It gave me the music. That's how I would feel, you know?
yeah, yeah,
It actually puts the grief and the horror and the misery of it all. When you think about it, the feelings somehow drop down into your heart, you
yeah,
know?
yeah. Um, Before we get into the video, we should do a video. We should do a review of Ozzy's video if you want sometime
Do a video of Ozzy's. We will our
next
next
time.
time
Yeah,
next video we do. I've watched it several times. I enjoy it. That'll give a chance to anybody that's watching it. Maybe they would. It's called "Is God Dead" by Ozzy Osbourne. It was one of his last songs. It's not one of his last songs. Excuse me. It was a few back, and they never played it on the radio. They wouldn't touch it. The status quo ran from that song like it was a hot stick of fire going to touch him on the ass with it.
really? Eh?
Yes, and the song never gained traction, and that's how I know it's a great song. That's how I know it
Yeah,
touched the nerve. You
yeah,
know, it wasn't. Oh, it's because all these songs are piece of fucking shit. It's shy. I couldn't. It's a beautiful fucking song. You know,
yeah, yeah.
and
This song is banned on Facebook.
well, I can see why. I can
Yeah,
see why with the symbolism. They don't want people waking up. Hell, could
they
you
don't.
imagine if people started to wake up in mass?
Hey, I
It
gotta say
would,
something. I gotta say before I forget.
mm-hmm.
The next time when we go through this video, pretend you're an angel or Jesus Christ.
Me?
Yeah, well, the perception you're viewing, the lyrics. I'm gonna go through the lyrics
Well,
also.
I'd have to kick myself in the ass for watching it.
Uh, yeah, yeah, you will. And
Christ, would not.
Pretend you're Jesus Christ making a video,
Right.
okay?
Mm-hmm.
And this is what happens to the humans.
Right.
And it's fucking sweet. Trust me, dude, you're gonna freak out.
Oh,
Anyway,
I could imagine any any apostle, any
yeah,
Christian seeing the symbolism and understanding it would wrench their heart.
yeah. And what it is it's the fucking truth.
And it's a subliminal kick in the ass to the future
That's
because
what it
even though
is.
it was carried out in an old like a 14th century
And it looks like
plague
fucking
filled hell,
yeah, and it looks like California now.
it
Skid
does.
Row. It's Skid
It,
Row.
it does.
There's no fucking difference. The only difference is they all look like zombies in the video.
And that's because that's what the
That's the only
those
difference.
people are, and they're not, it's not their fault. Those people, that's being done to them. They just don't know any better. And they don't have any other resource. They don't have
Yeah,
any.
I know. I'm just saying, like from what I see out in the street, and I'm not putting down homeless people or
Oh,
whatnot,
I understand that, bud.
but the sickness, and the lack of Christ in your heart,
Yep.
you're lost on
Yeah.
the earth.
Why
And
wouldn't they
what's your
fucking?
only fucking God? What's your only fucking God? The
Yeah.
government,
That,
Monster Energy drink,
mhm.
fucking sports,
The garbage
fucking
they feed the homeless.
the garbage they feed the homeless. And what do? You pray to them.
Yep.
You fucking you look at the government as gods. You look at companies as gods.
Yep.
How many people have you seen in suit and ties, all the way up fucking politicians to street people?
Mhm.
They're all looking for gods, but they don't know the fucking real God.
Well, they don't know that God said to be in the world, but not to be of the world.
And we're gonna go through the
And
video.
they don't understand how to, they don't understand
Yeah.
because they have so many overlying conditions and so many overlying battles to fight that before they even sink their head through the cream of the fight, then they got another fight that's even one they don't know about and not
Yep.
prepared to have.
And that's climbing a mountain and getting off the fucking mountain. Lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. It's the whole goddamn point of the video.
Amen.
And then it goes, and then in the video, it goes to the next step. And that is when it gets really good.
Absolutely, brother.
And
Excuse me for a sec, but I'm gonna step out of frame for a sec. I'm back. Wanted to
all
light
right.
smoke up my cigarette or my lighter way the hell over there.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna share the screen so you can see the video.
Mm-hmm.
And
Awesome, brother.
we're gonna read the lyrics first because I want you to read the lyrics.
I want to know all the lyrics. I
All
missed
right.
out on about 35% of them due to
Okay,
my
because the lyrics are fucking cool. Are so cool. I mean, for writing songs, it's a pretty cool song.
Hey, bud, I felt the song was cool, and I don't even care for that genre of music. And I watched it intensely. Soon as from the very first, where that man sitting at that table,
Yep. I
and
knew
and
you get it. I knew.
they showed the spoils of the,
Yep.
and then
What's that Dio song? Fucking scraps of gold or some fucking
oh
thing.
yeah, yeah, heaven and hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you they tell you black is really white, the moon is just the sun at night, and when you walk them golden halls, you get to keep the gold that falls. It's heaven and hell.
Yeah, that's right.
But everybody says you suck the guy with the golden balls, but
Yeah,
that's just a different premise on what people say, I suppose.
I hear you.
But
It's cool.
that's
All right.
awesome.
Okay, ready to go?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Let's see what happens here. I don't know. All right, Dan, are you there? Yep, you are.
Hey, well, we got your whole damn screen.
Let's get this video going. Okay,
Yeah, brother.
here's the lyrics. Burning down.
Oh my God. Okay, let's
Okay.
look at it for a second.
Can you see it?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Okay, burning down. No one will listen here. Too late now, so we dread it. Decrepit word and lies. Will we live to regret it? Think about that.
Yeah.
Okay. No one will listen here. So you're an angel or a fucking prophet or whatever.
That's right.
No one will listen here. You come to save the people, like the prophets, the fucking Jesus Christ. No one will listen here. No one. They're just doing what they fucking want to do, and no one will listen here.
Wow.
Too late now, so we dread it.
Yeah.
So to say you're the prophet or the Christ is too late now, so we dread it. So you're saying to yourself, it's too late now. We can do nothing for the people. So we dread what's going to come,
Right.
what they got to go through.
Right.
Decrepit word and lies is what they follow
Yeah.
from the fucking kings and the queens and the globalists.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We will live to regret it.
Will
Will
we
we
live to
live to regret it?
get it?
Yeah. Our castles are burning down. So your parliaments, your government is burning down. Not a soul left is sentient. How deep is that?
That says it all. That means that everything is decrepit.
Yeah.
Everything that they're speaking of is decrepitness on
Yeah.
the earth. There's no, yeah, that's what I think of. There may be others out there that had different opinions, and that's fine too, because this seems to be like to interpret it to the way fear is meant to have it for you.
Yeah. Give us the eyes to make us wise. Remember that one
Yep.
because it's in the video. Give us
Yeah.
eyes to make us wise.
Yeah. I remember that. And they showed
Yeah.
reflections in the guy's eyes. And you have
Yeah.
to look at when his eyes start to circle out, there's reflections in there and they're pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Your temple is crumbling down. So your churches, your stuff like that.
Where's your
No disguise for the reverend. And the reverend is, I forgot. I looked it up on Wikipedia.
reverence would be the fucking goddamn
Worship.
playing of the like the Pope and all
Yeah.
them
Yeah.
fucking
Reverend. Yeah.
cocksuckers that are trying to act holy, but
Yep.
just to suck off the fucking leash of the human man until they're
Yep.
fucking death, and then they're the bastard that gets to stay goodbye in the ground and they and laugh.
Yeah, you got it. Your death is spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
He's so you're a prophet or an angel or Jesus Christ. Your death is spiritual. Now this part is kind of screwed up for me. I don't know. I don't know. Read it onto read it onto you like you never had said it. What does that mean? Like
Read it
I,
onto you like you have, maybe they're talking about phrases or things that you've never said that you should have said or something, or
yeah, maybe. I don't know.
maybe it's a an indirect warning about reading something. I don't know how to take that one. I'm gonna have to
Uh,
think about that.
maybe the next a stone around your neck.
Well, that could mean the millstone that
Yeah.
Jesus talks about in the Bible. He said to those that fuck with innocence, you're better off to have a millstone tied around your neck and to be thrown into the fucking ocean than to have to deal with me over it. It says better you to have a millstone, but he never said that whole part about having to deal with me. That was all my
Yeah,
inflection
yeah,
on it,
yeah, yeah,
people.
yeah.
I'm not quoting the Bible. Please don't get mad at me.
They will. Okay. And you're thrown to the weather. You're
Hmm.
thrown to the elements. You're thrown to the weather.
Yeah.
You should be burnt alive. So they're saying this. They're
Yeah.
saying that. They're just saying that you should be burned alive.
But why not? You will be burned alive.
I don't know. Maybe that's coming.
There's a big difference between should and will.
Yeah, I know. But in the video, they do. They get burned
Yes.
alive.
Well,
So
yeah, the lake of fire, right?
yeah, and the
And
beast
thesis, yes.
kills them. Okay. With our indignity together, with our indignity together. So in human psychology, you cluster around the people that are like you.
Yeah.
So when you're walking down the street and you see a fucking pack of dumpster divers all cracked out on drugs,
Yeah. Well, they're surviving. That's not a group of people hanging together. That's a group of people trying to sustain themselves
yeah, but on a
any way they
spiritual level,
can. On a
uh,
spiritual, they don't know nothing about spiritualism because they don't have the luxury of it. They got to fucking
yeah,
go in a garbage dumpster every fucking day to eat.
yeah. And what do? Share their dumpsters and they share their drugs and they share their
Well,
sick.
yes,
They
brother.
share their sick. It's like a snake pit of sex.
Well,
It's
the
the same
first thing,
thing.
the first thing in is to be judgmental isn't, you know, we're not to judge, right?
Well, yeah, we are.
Well,
You
yeah,
know, in a sense.
we can judge, but I mean, we're not, to get final
Yeah.
sentence or
Uh,
whatever like that.
yeah, I understand.
It's okay to be mad. It's okay to be upset about shit like that. It
Yeah.
is.
That's
And Bill
why I'm
Wentz
making
will
it.
tell you this.
Maybe that's why I'm making this video. You
Well,
know.
you know what? I think that sometimes that anger is the way that society has it set up and the way that them motherfuckers run this whole show is that they got everybody mad at the wrong people.
Yeah.
When all the people need to turn their fucking backs and hug each other and go after the sons of bitches that are fucking degrading this whole entire system.
And people got no shame anymore. They just do whatever they want.
There's a saying that says poverty, extreme poverty knows no shame.
Yep. Your castles are burning down. Not a soul left is sentient.
That means
Not a
everybody's
soul
equal.
left. What?
Sentient means righteous, I believe.
Yeah.
So there's no souls left ascension on the earth, or there's no ascension souls, basically.
Yeah. Your temple is crumbling down. No disguise for the reverend.
I wonder. I don't know. I wonder if they mean temple as it pertains to the human body, or as the temple as it pertains to the fourth temple in Egypt or in
Your
the
churches,
Middle East. There,
temples, the same thing.
same
But uh,
thing.
but on both levels. Yeah, you're exactly right.
Mm,
Your body temple, because look what's happening to the people. The
yeah.
temple is your body.
Jesus said, remember when he said in the Bible, he said, I can restore this temple in 3 days. And the people that were going to kill him looked at him and said, how can you fucking destroy a fucking temple that has took 25 fucking years to build in 3 days? Jesus wasn't talking about his goddamn temple that was built in 45 years. He's talking about this temple that was resurrected in three
Yeah.
days. That's what he was talking about.
No disguise for the reverend. Justice is fear for you.
Yeah.
Look at that as spiritual justice.
Yeah.
Spiritual, I don't know. Because when I'm in St. Lucian and I go to the halls of justice, when I get my C's stolen, I go to the halls of justice. When I get fucked up the ass and fucked every which way, I go to the halls of justice. They take care of it. Sentence on to you and a curse to remember.
Hmm. I wonder what that means.
Sentence on to you and a curse to remember.
Hmm.
It's pretty black and white. So they sentence you. They sentence you. You sentence you. Well, they sentence you and a curse to remember. And they curse you. I'm not saying that's the curse is put on by you for
Right.
being a fucking sicko and not having a goddamn or
Sentence
listening,
on to
not
you
listen,
and a curse to remember. Sentence on to you and a curse. Huh. Our castle's burning down. Yeah.
not a
I,
soul left is sentient. Not a fucking soul left is sentient. Okay, just think about that. Not a soul left is sentient.
what gives me is they're repeating the the certain lines in there to reference different stages of the damnation that started from the
Yeah.
beginning to the end, right?
Yep. You
Eh,
got it.
eh.
And not a soul left ascension is you're no longer fucking human.
Or descent meant descent. Ascend means up, descend means down. Sorry, I
Yep.
got that buggered up, guys.
Give us the eyes to make us wise. Your temple is crumbling down. No disguise for the reverend. No disguise for the reverend. That means the Pope
Yeah,
is
you
not the
can't
fucking
find that.
Pope. He's just a piece of
He's
fucking.
just hiding behind the people and him and his God.
Yep.
But look at all the things that's also have happened. Remember when the Pope was on TV and they were, or when the king was getting taken and that creepy little bastard walked through the scene? Did you
Mm-hmm.
see that, bud? When the Grim Reaper walked through the door? Well,
No, no, I
no,
didn't.
I'll have to get that video to you. It's just
Oh
these
shit.
creepy, stupid things that always happen, but they seem like creepy, stupid things. But in the eyes of God and in the eyes of life, they're
Yeah,
so big.
yeah, yeah.
And
How about the one where he disappears in the doorway?
yeah, that is
Uh,
something else too.
yeah,
Something
makes you
else.
wonder what
Something
the
we'll have
hell's
to
going
talk
on.
about that one of these days. We'll do a show on that stuff.
Yeah.
Once you get
Okay. I'll carry on those guys. Whatever. Your death is spiritual. We read it on to you. Okay. Now, when Christ does me, he reads it on to me. What he's gonna when Christ reads, gives me what I'm gonna experience.
right,
He says it real fast, like he says it real fast in my fucking ear.
right,
And then what that is getting out the fucking his long list of laundry, and he's telling me my soul and my mind
right.
how he's going to heal me. I don't know what the hell he's saying, but he's saying it so fast. But he's telling me that I'm going to do this to heal you.
But you often have the luxury of experiencing the facets of methods that they use to cure you. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you're having a problem with something and you do go with Jesus and you're talking about it and dealing with it. You sometimes have the privilege of seeing them fix the problem, but then a lot of times you don't, right?
yeah,
Like I remember we talked about your before in some of your Jesus and that it fixed right away, but then sometimes took a considerable amount of time.
yeah. They give you
Anyway,
no one will listen here. No one will listen here. It's fucking great. And ready for the video?
yes, bud.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know how to get this full screen, man.
That's full screen right there, bud. Should be. There you go, buddy. That's awesome.
Oh, let me get.
Watch this, people. You're gonna just this video it's got so much symbolism in it.
Okay, it's a fucking sick video, people. It's like zombies
Yeah,
eating
there's a lot
kids,
of throwing up and
puking and garbage, and there's nothing nice about it.
but there's no clerical uh profanity
Right.
unless you're a
Uh,
devil worshiper.
yeah. I gotta keep the audio off and I gotta play it in pieces. So I'm gonna play it until I get to a spot and we can talk about it, an
Okay.
important spot.
Yeah,
So
that's good
I
because
marked
the
out.
symbolism will be able to come into effect at that rate.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so that's what we're gonna do.
All
So
right, buddy.
let's watch this. So the castle, you see the castle?
hmm This is where it goes into they show that, yeah, the higher there, that's the
That's the guy, yeah.
mm.
Okay.
Watch his mouth and his face and all the goodies around him. But watch when he puts the food to his mouth, people.
It's the king of the castle. He's eating all food. He's sitting there. He thinks he's a shit. He thinks he's the king, and all the
hmm
peasants down below are fucking living in his shit, but he's not. But he's just as miserable as they are.
That's right. Because
He's
it
got all
sucks
the
to be
food.
alone, to have nobody love you.
Yep.
That's worse than death itself.
You see anything, speak it. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I missed, there's every
There's
goddamn,
just you'd have to watch this 200 times, Richard, to get all the
I
symbolism in
know.
it. They
I
passion.
found
That's
them.
how
I
I know
found,
they were passionate about it. That's how I know they're because otherwise they who would spend that much time on trying to make that message? Unless you were
Everything,
deadly
yeah.
serious. Unless you were deadly serious.
It's so esoteric and symbolic and symbolism and fucking holy shit, you wouldn't believe it. I just can't believe it.
It's awesome.
It's awesome. And it's the truth. It's the truth. And it's so good. It's so good. That's gross, eh?
See his fingernails pulsing?
Impulsive?
Yeah, his fingernails were pulsing. They look
Oh,
like they were alive underneath his fingernails. Watch when he oh, it's you gotta play it and then you'll see it.
yeah, I will. Just back it up a bit. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That effect is really cool,
That's
eh?
either that's a light effect or something. That's gross, but that
Yeah, I know.
and then boom.
Okay, the thing I confuses me is you got the pile of shit food right here, is scraps of food.
Yeah, that's
The
all the stuff
rats,
they told us we were going to be eating in the future.
yeah. And then so it's scraps from the fucking government or scraps from the king, right?
Yeah.
The pieces of gold left over, like that Dio
Well, they
song.
said we were going to eat bugs, and look at all the mealworms and shit in there. Hey, bud.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like those are the biggest maggots I ever seen in my life. Them fucking flies would be
You'll be
50 years.
eating, you'll eat worms and you'll like it.
You know, like it. You're going to eat worms and like it.
So the rats are eating the food scraps
Mhm.
and the people eat the rats.
Circumvent back to the pile, just to where
Okay.
it shows that side of the pile before any rats or anything are on it, and see what's in the pile down at the bottom there. Yes.
We got potatoes, gourds, looks like tomatoes.
And the higher you go up the pile, the grosser it gets, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, bud. Thank you.
You got your veggies.
Yeah. It's on a dirt pile.
It's just refuse, man.
Look at that. There's that's wicked.
I know, right? And the rats are eating all the food, and the people pick up the rats and eat the rats
Yeah.
because there ain't nothing else to eat.
Mm.
You can eat rats, but I wouldn't. Like maybe if I was living in the
Eat
woods or
you could eat
something.
rats like reptiles eat people.
Yeah. Anyway,
That is sick.
it is a gross movie. It's like
But
not a movie, a
I
video.
like the way they grotesque everything because that makes it more serious, really, too.
Yeah, yeah.
It puts that hellish ambiance right on it.
Oh, right. It's great. It's great. And look at the flesh of the people. Look at the flesh of the people. Like they're rotting. They're
Yeah, and
rotting.
all on their mouths and their faces.
Look at his nose. He's got like leprosy.
Or something.
Upgrade now. You're running out of time. Fuck.
Oh,
No, I ain't doing that. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Hey, we'll make a part two if we have to.
absolutely brilliant.
If for something happens like this, it's scary. It's gross. Look. He's got tumors on his face, on his
Yeah.
nose, leprosy or something.
Hmm.
And then they start puking up. I got 9 minutes left. What is
Video time, brother?
yeah.
Well, maybe you utilizing the video compromise some of the time or something.
Okay, here the people are puking.
Oh, that's just wicked too.
I don't know. And Zoom never did this before. So
Hmm.
I don't know what the hell they're doing.
God knows.
It
They're
says I
getting
gotta upgrade now. I don't know. I ain't upgrade. I ain't paying them shit.
I don't blame you. I
Look at
would.
it. Okay, they're puking it
Uh,
all up. They're puking up, and it's black. The puke is black,
yeah.
and I've seen that before. My friend puked up black once. He thought it was cigarette tar. And I go, dude, that ain't cigarette tar. You puked up fucking black shit. And he goes, I know. That's what I was thinking.
Uh,
But so I don't know what the black is. The black is like evil.
it's got to be.
Yeah.
See how it's festering on the ground into it. Some in some cases it was rising up. I don't.
And I had an experience once of black stuff in the astral on the earth.
Right.
In the astral, I was walking around downtown, or I was walking down the street on Lincoln,
Right.
and I'm seeing that spirit world, and there's all this black shit,
Oh Jesus!
and
Is
it's
that when you
black.
told me the time that that the ethereal women and men were fighting in that house, and you
Yeah, that's the same time. That's the
you were
same time.
listening to them, and you could hear them fighting and all that?
And the fucking ghost came out to grab me and pull me in
Yeah.
for help,
Yeah.
stop the fighting, and it's crazy. And what the black is, so what I'm seeing is, and I got my video, not my video, my story of the blackness, because I experienced it for about a month.
Right.
And creatures come out of the blackness, come out of the blackness. I never made a
Somewhat
video for it.
ethereal creatures or
Yeah,
physical?
no,
They're
no,
ethereal.
they're spiritual.
Yeah, they're ethereal, right? They
Yeah,
they
yeah,
can't be seen. They're not formed.
right. They're not in the physical.
Yeah.
You can't see them,
Right.
but in
Okay.
spirit you can.
Okay.
Anyway, I was fucking with this black shit and I was sucking it up off the earth. And I have a way of doing that. I learned a way to do that.
Right.
And all of a sudden, these big fucking blob black beasts came out. I don't understand it. I didn't understand what the hell's going on. And then all of a sudden, these soldiers came fucking out of nowhere and started fighting the goddamn beasts to put them back down in the earth.
Wow.
And
Maybe they
that,
were there on your account.
and I was spiritual. That I was astral traveling,
You
seeing,
often go to places that they don't like you to be.
and that was on the earth. So in the astral. So yeah, fuck. And that shit, if that shit that I saw in the astral, the black shit, got into or manifests inside of people, and my friend puked up black shit,
Well, I
there
wouldn't
you
doubt.
go. I'm just adding it up,
What
man.
about that black goo everybody talks about?
Yeah,
Like I
exactly.
haven't researched it a lot, but I've heard more and more about it as times progressed since the early 2000s.
Yep. All right, so let's carry on. Now they're
Look at that. Oh,
and
that's
they're
coming out of
rotting.
his throat. Yeah, they're just melting,
Yep, their skin's
literally
rotting.
melting.
And what the black shit is abuse. It's when the black entity comes over top of you, I don't want to talk about this with you. When black shadows race across your room,
Yeah.
black shadow, you see it in haunted movies and all that, and
Fuck,
they
we still see it here once in a while.
yeah, yeah. I had 4 experiences in the last month of a black shadow coming over top of me, and I could feel it hit me, and I could
Is it
see it.
trying to take anything from you?
It was taking my negative energy.
Oh, it was your loosh? It was sucking your loosh?
He was sucking my garbage.
Wow.
And that's what they do. They take they take the garbage energy from you.
Oh, okay. That's
So they're
not,
actually healing you.
yeah, they
But
are.
everybody thinks it's a ghost or a spirit. It's just energy.
Is there
It's
a paralysis with it? Not
no,
with
no,
you,
no.
though.
Like it came around me, but
Not with you, there wouldn't be. But I mean, like with a regular Joe,
I don't know, dude.
would there be a paralysis? Because so often when those people are thinking that something's happened to them, they can't wake up. They call it whatever that, but it could be something else, right?
Yeah,
They say that. I don't know. I used to have it happen to me, but once you learn to control it, it's not a factor. You can wake up on command.
that's why you need Christ. I think it's like I abuse Chris, okay,
Right.
because I can't stand the fucking air conditioner. And it
Right.
all started when I started abusing Chris,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so this black energy comes around me and it leaves right away. It comes around me. I can feel it around. I can feel it hit me. I can feel it hit me. It comes around. I can barely see the computer. The
Right.
computer disappears. The blackness on my table disappears, and all of a sudden it goes woof and disappears. And I see it race away.
Do you feel
So
better when it's gone?
no, I don't feel a fucking thing. It didn't. It didn't come inside me.
Didn't relieve any of your tension and take away any of your misery,
No,
Chris.
no,
It
no.
didn't know. Huh.
But I had Christ in me, so
Right.
I'm usually somewhere in the manger, or I'm Christ energies with me.
Right.
But if that shit came in me and manifested, and you puke up the black shit, I
Right.
I don't know. Like my friend physically puked up black shit,
Wow.
and then the black shadows come to take the black abuse energy, take abuse off you, take abuse out of you,
Huh.
and it grows and grows and grows and grows and grows and grows and gets bigger.
Wow.
Till
Till
uh,
it's evolved.
yeah, but any priest down here on earth in the astral, any priest, any Jesus Christ can take the black shit,
And get rid of it.
black, yeah, and neutralize it, turn it to
Well,
energy.
that sounds to me, it's just like regular negative energy that goes around your house until it becomes sentient.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like,
And
if you got enough misery and fighting and argument and all that considerable amounts of fucking heredity going on in a house, that comes alive, right?
yeah, yeah.
And it's stupid. It's dumb as the
Yeah,
day
it's dumb as
long,
shit. It's got one
but it
purpose.
loves fighting. It loves to be attracted to that
Well, I
shit.
don't know. I don't know if it's actually healing or living off you, but either way, it takes your abuse energy.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know which way it goes, good or bad, but Christ and the regent priests and all that can neutralize it. And I think that's what they do to a point.
Huh.
But they forget the goddamn things are down here. They forget it and it gets really smart and it starts,
Well, yeah, that's probably when it becomes a hindrance and they
yeah,
have to
that,
do something
yeah.
about it
And
on
they
a
do
bigger
something.
level.
Exactly. I got less than a minute. Let's see what happens.
All right, brother. Well, if it runs out in a minute, we'll do another video. I got time again tomorrow, pal.
No, we'll start right after this.
Okay, sure. If you want to, we
Yeah.
can. But we'll see what happens in a minute
Well,
anyway.
yeah. Because I want to continue, man. It's so cool. I just want to see what's going to
Well,
happen.
if it phases out, buzz me back, pal,
All
and
right.
then we'll get back into her again.
It says
I
you
got
got
some.
less than a minute. So,
Oh, Zoom, quit threatening us. Dear Lord, please give us more than just a minute.
no doubt.
We want another 50, please.
I don't know what the hell